Hello students, welcome all of you in online lecture series of microprocessor and microcontroller subject, in which today we are going to discuss what are the addressing modes and what are the instruction formats in 8051 microcontroller. So today is our 28th lecture on this subject and my name is Pooja Subhash Rao Deshmukh from International Center of Excellence in Engineering and Management College, Aurangabad. So today we are going to discuss what are the addressing modes in 8051 microcontroller. So there are six addressing modes in 8051 microcontroller. In that, immediate addressing modes, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, register, indirect addressing mode, indexed addressing mode and implied addressing mode are present. And again there are some instruction formats like data transfer instructions, arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, boolean or bit manipulation instructions, program branching instructions. These are some instruction formats. So we will see one by one. First of all, we will see the addressing modes in 8051 microcontroller. In that there are 6 types as I told you. Immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indexed addressing mode and implied addressing modes. First of all, in 8051 microcontroller there are 1 byte and 2 byte instructions and very few are 3 byte instructions which are present. So the opcodes are 8 bit long or the length of opcode is 8 bit. So the opcodes are 8 bit data. There are 256 possibilities. 256 possibilities means what? 2 raised to 8. So among the 256 there are 255 are the opcodes which are implemented. So the clock frequency for that is 12 megahertz and 64 instructions which are types executed in just 1 microsecond and the rate are just 2 microsecond. So the multiplication and division operations take double, that is 4 microsecond to execute any instructions. So this is just a basic of addressing modes. Now we will see one by one. First one is immediate addressing mode. In this addressing mode, the data which is provided in the instruction itself. This is the condition for that addressing mode. So the data which is provided immediately after the opcode, there are some examples like move a comma hash 0AFH means what? In this instruction the hash symbol is used for immediate data, and in the last instruction, that is move dptr hash FE00H, that is dptr which stands for the data pointer, and using this it point the external data memory location. So in the first instruction the immediate data which is AFH, but one is 0 which is added in the beginning, that is 0AFH. So when the data is starting with A to F, the data should be processed by using 0. So in this way the immediate addressing mode is works. The next one is register addressing mode. So in register addressing mode, the register addressing mode or the source or the destination data which should be present in a registers only, that is R0 to R7, and these are some examples like move A comma R5, move R2 comma hash 45H, then move R0 comma A. These are the examples of register addressing modes. So in the 8051 microcontroller there are no instructions like move R5 comma R7, but we can get the same result by using this instructions only, like move R5 comma 07H or by using move 05H comma R7. Means what? But these two instructions will work when the selected register bank is RB0, means what? Starting from 0 to 7. So to use the another register bank, which is to get some effect, we have to add the starting address of the register bank with the register number, whatever it may be the number. That is, suppose for example, RB2 is selected, means register bank 2 is selected, and we want to access the R5 address. Then the address will be 10H plus 05H is equals to 15H. So the instruction will look like, that is move 15H comma R7. So the 10H is here starting address of the register bank 2. So in this way register addressing mode is works. The next one is direct addressing mode. So in that addressing mode, source or the destination address, which is specified by using the 8-bit data in the instruction, only the internal data memory can be used in this mode. So here are some examples of this, that is move 80H comma R6, move R2 comma 45H, move R0 comma 05H. So the first instruction, that is move 80H comma R6, that is it will send the contents of the register 6 to the port 0, or address of port 0 is 80H. Then in second instruction or example, the second one is forgetting the contents from 45H to R2. So and the third instruction is used for getting the data from register R5 when register bank is 0, that is RB0 is selected, to getting the register R5. In this way register direct addressing mode is works. Then next one is register indirect addressing mode. In this addressing mode, source or destination address which is given in the register, and by using the register indirect addressing mode, the internal or external addresses which can be accessed, and the R0 and R1 which is used for the 8-bit addresses, and DPTR which is used for the 16-bit addresses for other registers which can be used for addressing purposes. So let us see some of the examples of that. First of all, move 0E5H comma @R0 and move @R1 comma 80H. That is, in this instruction, first of all, the symbol, that is @ which is used to represent the register indirect addressing mode, and in the first instruction it's showing that the R0 register which is used if the contents of the R0 is 40H, then that instruction will take the data which is located at the location is what, 40H of the internal RAM. And in second example, if the contents of the R1 register is 30H, then it indicates that the content of port P0 that will be stored at the location, that is 30H in the internal RAM. Then next one is move XA comma @R1 and move @DPTR comma A. Means what? In these two instruction, the X in move X indicates what? The external data memory, or the external data memory, it can be only accessed in a register indirect mode only. So in the first instruction, that is R0 which holding the 40H, and A, it will get the content of the external RAM location, that is 40H. And in second one, that is the contents of A or accumulator is overwritten in the location which is pointed by DPTR, data pointer register. So in this way register indirect addressing mode is works. Then next one is indexed addressing mode. So indexed addressing mode means what? In this mode, the indexed addressing mode or source memory, it can be accessed from the program memory only, and the destination operand which is always a register A, or we can store the result in A only. So these are some examples, that is move CA comma @ A plus PC. PC is nothing but a program counter. And move CA comma @ A plus DPTR. So the C in move C instruction refers to the code byte, or for the instruction let us consider that it will hold the 30H address, and program counter value is 1125H. So the contents of the program memory location, that is 115H into 30H plus 1125H, are moved to the register A or accumulator A. Then next one is implied addressing mode. In this mode, there will be a single operand only. So these are some types of instructions which can work on a specific registers only. That is, there are some type of instructions which are also known as a register specific instructions, and these are some examples of that, that is RLA, SWA, PA. These are the 1 byte instructions, and the first one which is used to rotate the A register contains into the left, and second, that is swap instruction. The second one is used to swap the nibbles in A registers. So these are the addressing modes in 8051 microcontroller. Again, there are some type of instructions in 8051 microcontroller. So before you seeing that what are the types of instructions, let us see the structure of the microcontroller instruction. So the instruction format consists of an opcode. Opcode means what? Short of operation of a code, which is followed by the operands. Operands of the size 0 byte, 1 byte and 2 byte. So the opcode is a part of the instruction which contains the mnemonics, which specifies the type of operation which have to be performed. So all the mnemonics or the opcodes, which is the part of an instruction or area of 1 byte size. So the coming to the operand part of the instruction, it defines that the data which is being processed by the instruction. So there are some operands which can be any of the following, like no operand, data value, input output port, memory location, then CPU register. These are some operands. So there can be multiple operands, and the format of instructions like mnemonic destination operand or source operand. So a simple instruction which consists of just the opcode. So other instructions like include the one or more operands. So the instructions can be 1 byte instruction which contains only opcode, or 2 byte instructions where the second byte is operand, or 3 byte instruction where the operand makes up to the second and third byte. So based on that, the operation, it will perform all the instructions in the microcontroller. So there are some instruction formats which is divided into 5 groups, that is data transfer instruction, arithmetic instruction, logical instruction, boolean or bit manipulation instruction, then program branching instructions, These are the instruction formats. So we will see one by one. First of all, data transfer instructions. Means what? Data transfer instructions are associated with the transfer of data between registers or external program memory or external data memory. Also, the mnemonics which is associated with the data transfer instructions are move, movc, movex, push, pop, xch and xchd. So what are the? Move means what? Move the data. It's simple. Then move c means what? Move the code. Then move cx means what? Move external data. Then push means what? Move data to the stack. Then pop. Pop means what? Copy data from the stack. Then XCS. XCH means what? Exchange the data between two registers. Any of that. Any two registers. Then XCHD. XCHD means what? Exchange lower order data between the any two registers. So these are the mnemonics and the description or whatever the function of each instruction is that. So again here are some table that is possible the data transfer instructions along with the other details I will provide in the PDF. So next one is arithmetic instructions. Arithmetic instructions mean what? It perform arithmetical operations, or using arithmetic instructions you can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So the arithmetic instructions which also include increment by 1 and decrement by 1, and a special instruction which is called decimal adjust accumulator. So we will see how is that and how it will works. Again there are some mnemonics which are associated with the arithmetic instructions. These are add, addc, sub b, inc, dec, mul, div, da, a. So what are they and what is the name or function of that? Add means what? Addition without carry. Add c means what? Addition with carry. SUB B means what? Subtract with carry. And INC means what? Increment by 1. DEC means what? Decrement by 1. Then MUL means what? Multiply. And DIV means divide. Again DAA means what? Decimal adjust the accumulator with A register. So the arithmetic instructions having no knowledge about the data format, that is signed, unsigned, ASCII, BCD code, etc. Also the operations which are performed by the arithmetic instructions which affect the flags like carry flag, overflow flag, zero flag, etc. So in the PSW register format. So what is PSW register? We have already studied in previous lectures. So everyone know about that. So here we have studied the two instructions format. The remaining part of the instruction format we will cover in next lecture. So guys, I hope you have all understand whatever we have studied in this lecture. But since anyone had doubt in this lecture, you can contact me in personal window. So thank you very much and have a good day.